right, guys, this is going to be a quick little video on how I clearanced the fender wells, or the wheel wells, I guess you'd call it, you know, to fit a big tire, to fit that 275 Pro Radial. I did this on my other car too. It's pretty simple. I mean, you just got to be, we got the tires here. You just got to be like not too afraid to beat the heck out of the wheel wells. So let me, I'm gonna take this tire and I'm gonna get it like set up on something so that you guys can see the way it's gonna fit and what I had to clearance. And yeah, this is just the way I do it. I know a lot of people like to roll fenders. I don't do that. I don't think you get enough clearance when you roll them, and it's a pain, so I cut them. But when I get it up there, I'm gonna show you guys exactly all the parts that I clearanced. Okay, so this is roughly how it's gonna fit. I kind of got it mocked up on something here to get the right, you know, height as far as how it sits up in the wheel well. So you can see what I do is I cut the fender, okay, and I cut it almost all the way to, there's normally a lip that sits about right, I would say here. So if you have your lip sitting there, I would barely be able to get my finger in here, okay? But I cut it almost all the way to the bend in the metal here, okay? I leave a tiny lip, and then, you know, just go over it with your flapper disc or whatever to smoothen it up. I primed it. It looks really good. You know, you can run your hand on it. It's real smooth. So that's step one, okay? Getting that to where you want to be able to get your hand like this in there, because these tires are going to expand when you go over bumps. Now, with this, you still may rub, okay, when you go over corners or you turn or hit a bump or something like that. But going straight down the track, it won't, okay? It doesn't rub when you're going straight. Only when like the suspension is like articulating, okay? So yeah, we have it like pretty good clearance on this side. Now I'll show you, since I don't have the wheel on this side, I'll show you where I clearance it over here, okay? So you pretty much have, from, you can see where I ground away this rubber coating or whatever. You have this area here, it's raised, that goes up and around the shock tower, down here and around all the way to here. And that's pretty much what you want to clearance. This is what you need to get pushed in a little bit, okay? It sticks out quite a bit, and that's where it's gonna rub. There's also a spot here that comes out that you got to pound that in too, okay? And then all your lips, okay, all these lips here all the way around, you want to fold those in as well. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but they're all like folded this way, okay? It keeps everything from catching on the tire, and back here as well too, it's all folded in. Kind of hard to tell, but it is tricky doing it, you know, because if you have, if you're doing coilovers, it's much easier because you can cut out a lot of this shock tower stuff, but we're not doing that. I'm using regular shocks. I'm keeping it completely stock suspension, no coilovers or nothing like that. So yeah, and the other thing is you want to make sure, okay, when you're folding this lip in, you want to make sure you don't go too far to where you're hitting the spring. Okay, the spring is really close here. I mean, you can get really close to the spring. It's okay. It's not gonna hurt it if it's like actually almost touching it. That's fine. So yeah, and then just be careful. There's a support here, okay, that supports the shock mount. You don't really want to bend that. You just kind of want to fold it over, okay? And then, but this is like the main area right in here. This area here is where your tires are gonna rub, okay, on the inside. We pretty much got the outside taken care of, you know, cut really tight to the this bend here. So I'm not sure quite how to explain that, but you kind of get what I mean. You want to get as close as possible to that bend. And it doesn't, you know, some people don't like to do that. I don't know why. It doesn't really look bad when you're looking at it from the outside. I mean, you can't tell that it's been trimmed. I trimmed the white car a little bit too. I actually didn't need to, but I went ahead and trimmed it just in case, you know, it goes over a bump and it rubs or something like that. So, but anyway, I just want to show you guys how I clearance the wheel wells to get the tires nice and tucked like that. It's gonna look really good. I mean, you can see, I get so many. I'll put a picture up here on my other car, and I get so many people telling me that it looks mini tubbed, but it's not. It's just, you gotta really, like, I use a big, where's my sledgehammer? I use this large sledgehammer here, and yeah, I pretty much just use this large sledgehammer, and I'll use this end of it too, and just come in and just you know, just really hit it hard. I mean, it's gonna sound bad and it's gonna shake the crap out of your car and you're gonna think you're destroying it, but it's not. It's just clearancing the inside of the fender well. I mean, it sounds horrible, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, what's the difference of you cutting the entire thing out and putting in a wheel tub? You know, you're already cutting your car up anyway. So this car's for racing. So anyway, what I'm gonna do today, probably, I won't show it in the video, but I'm gonna get the wheels back on it. The stock wheels that came with the car, get it back on the ground and roll this car out, because I pretty much have 95% of the bodywork done. Okay, it's pretty much everything's straight. The only thing I want to do is I'm going to take it out front, and I'm probably going to like wet sand it with 600, because there's some spots that have primer on it that I want to get to a little smoother, more like here and here. I did this whole area here with 600 and wet sanded it, and it's super smooth and it looks really good. So yeah, I mean, we're really close to painting this thing. Like I said, I'm gonna wet sand it with 600, get it really smooth, and it'll be ready to spray. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna spray it or not. I may try to find somebody to do it. It might be cheaper if I do it. I mean, it'll definitely be cheaper if I do it myself, but I just don't know if I know enough about it to do that. So I've been looking at a few places to get it painted, but we'll see. But anyway, that's pretty much gonna do it for this little video here. I just wanted to show you guys how that's gonna look. You can see it looks really tucked nice. I mean, if anything, I don't want it I don't like my wheels sticking out any more than that. So with the offset of the wheels I have, it should sit just like this. Okay, I don't know if you can, on my other car, you can see kind of how this one sits with the offset, and it's only going to be a little bit different. Those tires are only a little bit bigger, so you can kind of see, you can see how this sits. Okay, so yeah, and you can see here I clearance these as well, not as much. This is a little more of a lip, but I did pretty much the same thing, and like you can see how I do not like that look of a tire sticking out at all. To me, that looks terrible. So, and it's same with the front wheels too. Make sure you guys get your offsets right. You know, check those, double check it. On the fronts, I like to use as much offset as possible to get the wheel tucked in. Okay, so anyway, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Hope you learned something on how to clearance your wheel wells, and you're not afraid to beat the heck out of it. That's what you have to do. And if you don't want to do that, just get the right size tires. You know, those tires on the white car, they're the 255 60-15s. And these are 275 60-15s. So, you know, just get the smaller tire if you don't want to beat the heck out of it. So, but anyway, we're coming along, man. We're getting really close. I've been busy with other things lately, but we got to get this tunnel cover done, and Yeah, then I'm gonna have to like figure out a way, because the cage is all painted and looks nice. I'm gonna have to cover it up so that when the car gets painted, that the cage doesn't get any overspray on it. So, but anyway, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Appreciate y'all watching, and I'll check you next time.